Hey Scammer Grandmas! So I decided to do the 50 facts about me tag just because I'm bored and you guys are still writing your exams and stuff, so I thought that you guys could learn a little bit about me. My full Korean name is Shin Soo Han, and my English name Hana actually originated from the Korean word Hana, which means one. My mom didn't actually even know that that was a common English name until she got here and everyone spelled it differently. My last name is Shin, and in Korean there's two different meanings of Shin. I think the other one's like lead, correct me if I'm wrong, Clara, but the other meaning is spicy, and my last name is Spicy, so I guess it just comes with it that I like spicy food. Despite my Korean name, I am really bad at Korean. I've been trying to learn how to read and write it better, but even my speaking skills have gone down so dramatically low. You guys should already know that I was born in Korea, but I moved here to Canada when I was 5. But what you guys might not know, because I didn't even know this about myself, was that I actually moved to North York first and lived there for a while. Despite the fact that I've been living here for almost 15 years now, I've only been to Korea once. So Ken, my twin, I was taller than him for the majority of our lives. I think he finally surpassed my height when we were in grade 11. Going off of my height, that's actually the thing that I hate most about myself. I just wish I could be shorter because there's so many heels that I want to wear. Something else I also really hate about my appearance, I guess, is the fact that my face is irregular. Like, this half is totally different from this half. When I was younger, I was actually really smart, if you will, because I went to Tompkin, which was a school near Applewood. I don't know if you guys know the area, but I went there for the SciTech program, so that was like lots of science and technology integrated into the curriculum, and it was a really small, close-knit group of people, so I had a lot of great best friends there. And then from there I went on to Graydon, which was a high school located near Dixie Mall, and for that it was more like business and more technology as well. But I ended up leaving there in grade 9 and coming to St. Marcellinus and meeting all of you glorious people, just because it was so far, and I was so sick of like having a 3-hour trek home every single day, so I think I made the right choice, right? My closest guy friend, I think, has to be Brandon Gianoppa, and I actually met him at Gordon Graydon. So speaking of high school, my first kiss wasn't until grade 12, and it was with Sam. I had nearly 20 boyfriends in middle school. I literally dated every single person that I could. I don't know why. My longest relationship was 5 to 6 months. I don't think even 6 months. I think it was 5 months. It's really sad. I justify it by saying that they were all long distance, so it was bound to not work out. This year was actually the first time that I've ever gone to the gym, which is really pathetic. But ever since I've been like hooked, I'm a gym rat now. But even though I do go to the gym often, I can't cook for the life of me. I'm actually the worst cook. I'm sure you guys know that. I don't know if Clara actually knows that I burnt down my kitchen, so we had to get a kitchen renovation, but you live and you learn. McDonald's was my very first job, and I stayed at McDonald's for about 2 years, and ever since I've had 3 jobs, counting the 2 that I'm going to be going into. I've lived in this house for almost a dozen years. And since I've lived in this house for almost a dozen years, Vanessa actually lives like 3 doors down, so she's my longest friend. I went to an elementary school right over there. It's literally across the street, and I was still always late. I'm way too easily manipulated because I'm way too naive. Other than Korean, I really wish that I could speak French because I really wanted to use it as a teachable, and I do think that it is such a practical language to learn. I'm really scared to grow up and face the real world. I kind of want to be a student forever. Is that weird? I love living away from home. I love having a place that I can call my own. I love my program more than anything in the world, and I really do love Brock as well. But actually, as a kid, I had a lot of dreams, obviously, as any kid did. My top 3, I think, were becoming an artist, a teacher, and a vet. And we obviously know that the vet thing didn't work out because of the physics class that Kat and I were in. I think something that I like more than anything in the world is food. Actually, I think I love sleep more. After the car accident on New Year's Day, seriously though, I think that was in 2012, I am deathly afraid of driving. I want to adopt as many kids as possible. That means I want a really big family. My mom is my best friend. I'm a hopeless romantic. I was the ugliest and meanest baby ever, and I'm pretty sure it was because I was jealous of Ken because he was the cutest baby ever. This is really embarrassing to admit, but I had a skater/scene phase. I know. I would love to pursue photography. I actually took a class at the Living Arts Center, but I never really pursued it after that. But even film photography I think is really, really interesting. I love music. Like, it's actually a passion, or even a hobby if that were possible. I seriously think that if there was a dream job, I would just travel around to all the music festivals possible. Speaking of summers, I had scoliosis and I had my surgery done in the summer, I think of my grade 11 year. Prior to that, I actually had to wear a brace 24/7 of all of my grade 9 year. It was horrible. I love reading, but spelling errors make me cringe. I can't play instruments. I wish I could. Like, I used to play the piano. I kind of started the guitar, but my brother said that he's gonna buy me a ukulele, so. The only other tag that I've done is a boyfriend tag, and that was with David. I'm sure you guys remember. Awkward. I love dogs. Actually, I think I love all animals in general. I cuss way too much. I love TV shows. Like, I'm a fanatic. My personality colors are blue and gold. So blue means that I'm really people-oriented, so my emotions tend to arise from how people react to me. And then gold means that I'm really organized and I like to make lists. I have so much hair. Like, I'm constantly shedding. It's disgusting. I love you girls.